Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. We're doing a full body flexibility practice today. I'm going to use 2 blocks, find some space to move, and let's get started. So we are going to begin today laying down. I'm going to lay on my blocks, but you can lay on something softer if you'd like. Or nothing at all. But find your way to lay down. Take your time if you are laying on some nice hard blocks. Make sure you feel balanced, supported by them. And they're in just the right spots. Kind of underneath the upper back. You can bring your arms out wide, maybe the knees, making a diamond shape with your legs. And then close your eyes. Take a slower breath in and out. Do that again, just a smooth, slow breath in and out. One more time. Fill your body up with air and let it all go. Just allow yourself to slow down. Enjoy a few moments here. Relaxing throughout your body. Calming your mind. Feeling your breath. As we begin to move, you'll start with your legs. Bring your feet to the ground. Maybe bring the arms a little closer. And then if you are laying on something, you can take it out. We'll just lay flat on our backs for a moment. But you might hug your knees to your chest. And maybe a gentle sway side to side. And then either roll over or rock yourself forwards. We're gonna find our way up to seated. And you can start with the knees nice and bent, lengthening through the spine. You might push your hands into the ground behind you or beside you. You might lengthen the legs a little bit more while we're here, but a nice long spine. And maybe you stay here. Or maybe you start to fold forwards and think lifting your chest off of your low back to create some openness there, but also to feel a nice stretch through the legs. And let the arms be heavy, the shoulders fall away from the ears. Your forward fold. Now let the next inhale you take lift you up if you're folding forwards. You can bring your knees back towards your chest. Maybe give them a hug or a squeeze. And then we're going to keep our right foot planted. We're going to let the left knee tip out to the side. So you could kind of have the feet next to one another. They don't have to be exactly like that. But we're going to use our hands on the ground to keep our spine long. So we can start by facing forward. So the right knee is kind of pointing up and the left knee is kind of pointing out to the side. We're going to start to twist. We're going to turn the chest towards the left. So move your hands so that you can continue to kind of push into the fingertips to keep the spine long. Now the right hand might be on your feet to start, and the arm might be kind of pushing just a little bit into the knee. Push the knee into the arm as well so that it's still pointing up. Push the left fingertips into the ground to keep the spine long. And then maybe the right hand will find the left knee. Maybe you take a peek behind you. Now using an inhale, just to turn the chest to face forwards. Lift the left knee up. Give the knees a little bit of a hug. And then the left foot will stay planted, but the right knee will tip out to the side. So again, maybe the feet are kind of next to one another, maybe not. Hands to the ground, fingers to the ground. Lift the chest off of your low back. A long spine, left knee pointing up. And we can start to turn our chest to the right. So maybe the left hand will move. Arm to the inside of the knee, hands to the feet to start. Push the right fingertips into the ground. Start to twist. Start to push that left knee into your arm a little bit. And maybe the left hand will find the right knee. Maybe you gaze behind you as you continue to push into those right fingertips. Awesome work, you guys. A little different twist today. Use an inhale. To come back, let the right knee lift up. Give your knees a little bit of a hug or a squeeze if you'd like. You can take a rock or a sway side to side. And then we're going to send our legs out long, out wide, both of them, for a straddle. As always, you can have the hands behind you. Push into the ground to lift the chest off of the low back. Point your toes up if you'd like, and maybe you're able to tip forwards. You could add a gentle sway side to side if that feels good on the inner legs. You can hold it steady, but you can continue to tip forwards as much as your body allows you to go. Just let your shoulders fall from your ears. Find your breath. That really awesome stretch through the legs. You might stay for another breath or two. And if you're folding forwards, you can lift. You can help your legs come back together. Give the knees a squeeze. Maybe a rock side to side. And then we're gonna be leaning back. So I want you to bring some weight into the hands behind you. You can turn your fingers to point away from you. See how close you can get the pinky edge of your fingers together. They do not have to touch, but just see how close the hands wanna go. The closer the hands are, the more the shoulders are pulling back, the more the chest will be open, so you can decide how wide the hands are. A little lift of the chest, maybe. A little lift of the chin, maybe. You might even just close your eyes, though, and just try to relax your face. Feel the length through your arm. Feel the shoulders pulling back, the chest opening. Take just one more breath before you lean forwards, or you might have to widen the hands a little bit first to gracefully take the weight out of the hands and lean forwards, and maybe give the knees another squeeze, another hug. We're going to come over onto our hands and knees, though. When you're ready for that, set up your tabletop. Give the hips a little bit of a sway once you get there. Notice how your arms feel now. We're going to be reaching both of them forwards and in front of us and melting the chest down. Maybe you rest on your forehead. Maybe you rest on your chest and your chin in your puppy dog. Stay for another breath or two. And then lift. Lift all the way back up to tabletop. And you might bring the knees together and take a seat back on the heels. Just rest your hands in your lap, your arms at your sides. Pause. Soften your forehead and let your shoulders fall away from your ear. You can stay seated on the heels if you'd like. You can start to lean back again. So resting on the tops of the feet and maybe leaning back to float the knees. Your hands could rest in the lap or be on the ground behind you. Feel your ankle. And if you did lift the knees up, gentle as you bring them down. You can bring the hands back to the ground too. Lift the hips off of the heels and maybe give the ankles a light shake. Before you make your way back to seated with your legs out in front of you, or you can hug the knees again. Give them a squeeze, maybe even a rock side to side. And then you can lay down on your back. Maybe bringing your knees to your chest. Maybe letting the knees come out wide. Your big toes might stay together. Or maybe you actually hold your feet and the soles of the feet find one another. Just feel the entire length of your spine on the ground. Maybe feeling your hips. And if you do, have your feet in your hands. Let them go. Find your knees. Help the knees come back together. Maybe another hug or squeeze or sway side to side. Can never get too many of those. Your feet can come to the ground though, if they're still lifted. And you can send your legs out long, your feet wide. Rest your arms wherever is comfy. And you find some stillness throughout your body, throughout your mind. So you just notice your breath. As always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.